Today, we're in Butler County, Kansas, for our first installment of the Cold and the Crotchety, starring Judge Phyllis Webster and ProsecutorBot Jared Regier. Sorry, I'm an AI who can't pronounce his name. I'm over it. Judge Webster has been none too pleased with ProsecutorBot and his office lately, and she lets it be known in two short cases here. Roll footage, LawNerds.
We are on the record in three cases. Case number BU 2024 CR 228, case number BU 2024 CR 291, and BU 2024 CR 374, each captioned either James R. Young or James Richard Young. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson, appearing on behalf of James Young. Mr. Young does appear from Courthouse Security One video station. Judge, this is a case where Ms. Norris and I have been discussing the case through. As a part of those discussions, Your Honor, it's been noted that there's still discovery that needs to be received. Ms. Norris is aware of that and has told me she's working on getting that discovery. So this will be a request for continuance by the defense for receipt of that discovery. I might also ask the court that this is a case that will be set for jury trial again. I'm certain of it, but.
Hold on, Mr. Patterson, why do you keep referring that in the singular when he's got three cases?
All three lumping together, Judge.
Okay, good answer. Go ahead.
And that we're asking the court to continue this, but in order to make sure we have discovery completed, I would ask the court to set it for a docket day before the jury trial date, some maybe 30, 40 days, but ahead of time, to make sure we have discovery completed.
Which one are we lacking discovery in?
They all have about the same issues on it, Judge.
Well, he's looking at DV battery, domestic violence battery, dating back to September 23rd. He's in one case. He's looking at violation of a protection order dating back to May 24th in another. And he's looking to another DV battery dating back to August of 24. How is it that in February of 2025, you're missing discovery?
Judge, in 24 CR 374, within the reports, it was referred to that the victim showed photos to Deputy Brandon Ruth that he then took some type of recording of. I don't have that yet. I'd like to see those photos. I think they're going to be important on a domestic violence battery case. And I believe that's something we should have. On 24 CR 288, Ms. Norris was checking on a PRD issue with these rangers or fish and game officers, and I think is starting to determine that they might have defective equipment issues. But there's also a 911 audio that we are requesting that she is obtaining. And 24 CR 291, again, get back to the issue of a Rangers PRD that I know they have. I saw it on another video that they were wearing PRDs, but I think maybe they're having some technical issues at their office they're trying to sort out. And then in that same case, where again, we've asked for the 911 audio and still don't have that. So each of them has a little different thing that we're needing.
Mr. Regier, I cannot understand how we've gotten this far without complete discovery to the defense attorney on any of these cases. Now, they're not your cases, they're Ms. Norris's, is that right? Mr. Regier?
One moment, Your Honor, I'm checking something.
Very well.
Your Honor, it would appear that in all three of these cases, the information was signed by my colleague, Ms. Norris. I have no personal knowledge as to any communications that may or may not have taken place between counsel for the defense and my colleague.
Well, I recognize you have no control or involvement in these cases other than appearing for Miss Norris, but once again, I find myself just dumbfounded on how these cases can be this old, and discovery being the first thing a defense attorney gets, it's incomplete on not just one, but two and three. What was your recommendation again or request, Mr. Patterson?
Judge, this is discovery that we believe is necessary for us.
Oh, I
to
agree.
know.
There's no question there. I agree with
And,
everything you
and
said.
so we are asking for continuance to receive this discovery so we can be prepared for trial when that time comes up. We would ask the court to set it for a docket day before the next trial date so that we are sure we have discovery completed.
All right, well, there's the question of who this time counts towards. And it seems to me, Mr. Patterson, I don't know if you've made a particular request. I know there's kind of a standing request as part of your obligations with the court that you get all discovery as soon as you're appointed or shortly thereafter.
There is the standard discovery procedure, Judge, and of course, Your Honor is well aware of that. And we received those pretty quickly. My request to Ms. Norris in writing, basically, I think the Fish and Game are similar to KHP. I think they're hard to get information out of, so I understand why they might be having some difficulty.
Well, I haven't been prosecuting those types of fish and game cases in at least 5 or more years, but my experience had been that they always had state-of-the-art equipment, the best equipment of the agencies, it seemed, at least from my perspective as a prosecutor, and that they were one of the quicker, more eager to help agencies of all of them I worked with. So maybe things have changed over the course that I've been on the bench, but again, this shouldn't be an issue this far into these cases. So how much time, Mr. Patterson, Mr. Regier, do you think it's going to be before we get this discovery?
Judge, if after talking with Ms. Norris, I think it would be a matter of 30 days to 45 days to know that we're going to have it. So if the court has a docket to set it on at that point, before our trial date, we can verify that. All
right. Well, we all know how crowded my dockets are. Jen, can you find a date somewhere in there about 30 days? Even if we need to put it on a, I don't know, I'd say 1:30, but that Mr. Patterson's usually just here for the interpreters unless other circumstances. So we probably ought to leave it at 9 o'clock on a Monday.
Do you want to do, hold on, I'm on the wrong month.
Yeah, Monday morning.
How about April 14th?
All right, April 14th, Mr. Patterson, make an order of discovery if it's not already on file. I know we usually don't have to do individual ones, but in these cases, I want it. And I may have to dismiss these cases if we can't get that discovery turned over.
Yes, sir.
You might want to make a note in the file on that regard, Mr. Regier, that I'm ordering that all discovery be turned over by April 14th. And then Mr. Patterson's going to prepare that order. All right, nothing further, Mr. Young. You are continued on your bond in each of these cases. Same conditions, have no contact with any named witnesses or victims in this case. And you know who those people are, right?
Damn,
Okay.
yes, Your Honor.
Stay in touch with your attorney. He needs to be able to always reach you. And if there's nothing further, Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, for scheduling purposes, is the court only setting the April 14th date at this juncture?
Mr. Patterson, do you want this?
Judge, it will be one that will be for jury trial again, but again, I just want to make sure we have discovery completed.
All right, well, I will set the discovery conference April 14th. I will set the next jury trial for May. Those dates of May 19th for pretrial, Jury trial, May 21 and 22. Do the parties want to be heard on whose time this counts against?
Judge, I mean, this is a defense request. We need this discovery to actually put this case on. Otherwise, we'll be blind.
Well, I will count the time to the defense, but it sounds like in large part the state created the delay. But I will put it at the defendant's request, and that'll be saving the state quite a bit of speedy trial time. I hope you guys take advantage of that opportunity. Very well. And if there's nothing further, Mr. Young, you are continued and released.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. We're on the record in 23 TR 3000098, State of Kansas versus Joseph Richard Melik. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appearing on behalf of Joseph Melik, who does appear personally from Courthouse Security 1. Judge, this is a case where Mr. Sweeney and I have been in discussions about the video that had been produced. This video specifically is going to have statements that my client would have made to the KHP officer. I think it's very relevant, something that we have a right to and be able to see. But more than that, based upon what my client has told me, I think it's very important that we have that. There was video turned over to us. It turned out KHP had sent in the wrong video. What they
I'm still waiting for a breakout.
Mandy Saunders, please don't interrupt. You're in the middle of somebody's hearing. Thank you. Go ahead.
Judge, it turned out the video received was a video of a Lyon County stop, which had nothing to do with us. So the state was turning around, working on getting the video that did apply to this case. So again, this is a video that's vital to our case. So again, we are asking to continue the case so that we can receive this video and prepare for a trial.
Well, the first time I see a request for jury trial was at least April 22nd, 2024, Mr. Patterson, and we're just now looking at evidence. I would just urge and direct both sides to start looking at these when you announce for trial. That would be a jury trial. That'd be a good time to start looking at evidence, if not already before you announce. Because I don't know, this evidence is getting to be a real problem where it's not getting handled quickly enough. State's response.
Your Honor, the state does not object to setting this matter over. If indeed counsel for the defense has discussed this issue with my colleague, I am prepared to abide by any prior communications that may have taken place.
All right, but this really is becoming a problem, gentlemen, that we're not looking at this stuff before we ask for trial. We're not looking at it after we set for trial, and then the day of, I find out you don't have discovery. So let's work on that. This is continued at the defendant's request. Same dates, pre-trial May 19th, jury trial May 21st and 22nd. This is why these.
And Judge, again, because I just want to make sure we're ready for trial the next time, could we use the April 14 date as a discovery date?
That would be that, yes, April 14th at 9 a.m. This is set for a discovery conference. Mr. Patterson, journalize the order of discovery if it's not already done.
We'll do so, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Melik, you're continued on your bond. Follow all conditions existing on that bond, plus be back here April 14th at 9 a.m. And I'm continuing this jury trial. Also, at your request, May 19th, you have to be here for pre-trial, 9 a.m., and jury trial, May 21st, 9 a.m. unless told otherwise. But the next thing you have to worry about is that April 14th, 9 a.m. hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. You are
Thank you.
excused at this time.
Hold on a second.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy watching this content, please like and subscribe. It helps new channels like this one gain exposure. There is a lot more good court to come, so if you like what you saw, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell me, and let me know what you'd like to see and how I can improve. Thanks.